doing today? I'm here, and I'm in my pajamas. As you can see, I already got the music started because I had to get up and work out. Other than that, I've been sitting there all day. It's so much energy coming in on us right now. It is almost like, and that's where it's going to end up being, you know. And it's going to get even worse as time goes into our future. So I'm here practicing, and I'm on the freestyle of practice today, and I'm just inviting you to come in here with me, right? Okay. So, because I do have a lot for you, but I want this to go too, because this is just as important as what I bring to you and the words and the message that I give to you, right? Yes, exactly. In fact, it's 10 times more important, or just about as much, because you need all of it to get to where you're going, to get through that hole that they're dragging us through as a whole planet and a whole collective. We're being dragged through the eye of the needle. Truth, trust me. And some of these times you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be like, what is going on? Is my mind, am I losing it? Do I really, and everything gonna be fuzzy and foggy, Yeah. And so with all the fuzzy and fogginess, you're going to sometimes kind of wonder, have you been living this life before? And you're going to kind of smell something kind of changing along the way. You're like, wait a minute, I've lived in this scene before. I've done this before. So what's going on? I see them all the time, Yeah, so, and so I'm practicing, and I need you to come along here and practice with me, so that our vibrations can get up, yours and mine both, because that's important. If you don't get those vibrations up, you'll be left to 2,600 years again to go around the corner. Remember that in the Bible, right? Where they had the Israelites went around the mountain 40 years. They said it took them to that long, but okay, consider, trust me. You may think it's just was a one-time deal. I'm sorry. It's more than a one-time deal we're doing here. This is like a lifetime deal, but it's all happening at once, I'm forgetting my steps. And you're supposed to be working out with me, right? Yes. We working out. Come on. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just. So, yes, all this is happening at once, but it's going to happen collective and individually. You're going to have this all to happen, okay? And so, you're going to have to be prepared for what's going to come in like a wind or rush, or what they call a tsunami. And it's going to happen that way. But the way it will happen is according to how you are able to receive the energy. Because what is taking place here is your consciousness is shifting from one way of being or living or thinking or putting your life into a emotion or reality, and you have been spelled to serve others and not yourself, over you. Yeah. And so since you've learned how to do that so well, you do that in all your relationships, okay? You do really. You know you and then you have the snake fight or the battle because two wants to serve, want each other to serve. You know you want to be the boss and you want to be the boss, and it's only can be one boss, and that'll be you be your own boss and you be your own boss. You see, because there is no bosses in this deal here. We don't have bosses at all. Bosses is well, why don't you look the word up itself and then do the research on it and see where the original nation of it come from. Nation, the original nation of it. Okay, because consider how long you've been saying that word and you've used it in what times of life. The boss. Who is the boss? Come on. Your life has been spelled and put into something that is not completely your reality. It's been somebody else's reality for quite a long time, Yes. And so I got my jammies on. That's because I've been there just in this room. And it's been because the energy has been so crazy. And it really has. It has been like, oh my gosh. Let me say, a little bit here before I continue with the music, and I want to because I enjoy them both, And that's probably the only way I'm going to be able to channel this energy into you with the music playing. But and I think you probably like me playing it, don't you? Yes, okay. But so anyway, it's been just so crazy, the energy. And you can be sitting around and you'll be sitting in your room or in your bed or in your chair, wherever you're at, and you can just be sort of going along with the day and doing certain things that come up, that you need maybe to attend to, or maybe a thought comes through that you want to research, and something that you haven't finished researching. If you, like me, I have tons of them open, and I'm always going back to pick up, and so you're thinking about, all, some of these thoughts coming through, and you want to go look at it and dip and see where you're at, and then while you're doing that, you may come something else comes, and then while you're doing that, before you know it, energy has started to move as you move, and then when you start moving, the energy starts moving, and the more you move, the more it moves with you, except like this way, the way I'm going here, I'm going much faster than I was there. I don't feel it as much because I'm sort of in the matching of it now because I'm not sort of standing against it. The lower vibrations that I have, the more it sort of bounces off of me, rather than for me to take it in where it can come through. So you have to kind of like be slowed down, but you have to speed it up in order to take it in. It's really hard to give it to you the way I reality see it and how it operates because I see it in energy because I know what we are, and we are electric. We're not, everything is electric energy, and it's always moving. And when the energy of the planet is coming through, it is the same thing. It works with all your electronics. And when I'm sitting in front of them, oh my gosh, they just, eat me up. I was like, oh no, and it's just horrible. If you feel like daggers are sticking, between your life or your body. So, this is what is called awakening. It's called spirituality. Spirituality is not anywhere close to the way you have been indoctrinated on the belief of it. It's because you're only in the belief. You're not in the knowing. You must get into knowing to know what spirituality is. How are you going to do that? Except your experience. Where's your experience coming from? Right here in the little circle? No, that's not it. It's a whole. It's not a little. It's not a one. It's not a two. It's not a three. It's a whole. And so you experience it in a whole, but yet you also experience it in the visual, in each one that you are. So, and the shift is happening the same way. And it's what you open up to receive. Are you open or you close? Where are you? You know what I'm saying? Are you here? Remember the little circles and the medium and the bigger ones? Or which one are you in? Do you prefer to live continually in the little circle? Enjoy. Source still mind. Source still have a way. because you're not in control totally. The only thing that puts a wedge between you and source is the will. Are you going to will this way or will this way? Which way are you going to will? If you will this way, you're doing what they call 100. Because now you're beginning to come back to source, to you, to the me, to the me, to the me. You, the you and the karmic, the you in your karmic life, your solar, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. Those are your yous. You're always you, know, you use, you know. Whether you know you're using or not, you're still using. But you're in this karmic, and that's all you know how to do. And you can either do good or bad. Either way, it's still the same. It's on the same coin. Does not change until you change it. So remember the coin changing times? Remember? Huh? You remember how many times, how many centuries have they changed your coins on you? Huh? Really? You're missing out on the picture because you're only in one little place of learning or your reality or believing in your reality. You're not learning, you're just believing. And you're believing and you're believing. Big, giant word. You must take that word and depart it, separate it, cut it into pieces because it is a trip that will keep you trapped inside of a belief that is what it is and not what it is either. You have no clue until you figure it out. It's like a puzzle. Take it apart and dissect it. Truly, you know, the anatomy of it. Have you really considered what is the anatomy of your language? Have you considered what is the anatomy of the language that you speak today? Tell me, see? And that's the key of breaking down everything in its own source, because everything is source. So you consider what source is, and then you begin to annihilate that in your life in the same aspect. As above, so below. There's no difference. It just starts there first. Keep that in mind. You see what I mean? Oh, boy. But so that's how it operates, you know. And it's all in the consciousness of the changing of the conscious, being shifted from one way of belief and thinking and living and knowing and seeing and allowing and analogating and whatever way you're bringing it in and pushing it out. And if you're looking at one little sect here, that's all you're going to receive because you're only in a sect. What is source? Is it a little sect or is it something of all things, of all source, of all creation, of all matter? Is it? Yes. So what do you want? This much or you want this much? You must decide. Really? Come on. True. And that's what you're looking for, truth, right? Yeah, right. Because you know how you think only you have truth right here? Oh, you know, it's a dangerous thing for one sect or one man to believe that they have it all. Very dangerous, extreme. When you only have this much, and you're only allowed to let yourself into that much. That's it, because all you want to believe. Yes, want to believe. What do you believe? That is the key of belief or truth. What is one do you choose? You choose belief or you choose to have truth? Which one you want? Truth? Truth, huh? Everything is truth. Everything is true. I take that back. Everything is true. But not all things are truth. So what is not truth? That's where you start at. What is not truth? Everything is true. Even the lie is true. Why is it true? Because it's source. And everything is source. And everything is thoughts. As I said in the past, you are a thought of the source in the consciousness of the source as a subconscious source that you would be in here operating as a source, you're allowing the source to change itself within you, or as you, or in you. So you are source, so is source, and so is all things is source. That's life in a big whole, not in a little square or a little circle, but it's a huge one, much bigger than what you can see until you realize, until you open, get out of the little box and get in the bigger one, or the little hole and get in the larger hole, and you can see more. Do you think there's not something in the hole that you don't want to see? Huh? Why is the hole there? Why does it exist when you open this small hole? Are you even aware there's another one over there? Where's your reality? Have you looked outside of the circle? Did you come out of there for a change? How long you been stuck in there? Open the gate. Do you know you can go free? Come on, the rope's been taken off. Time to leave. Oh, you remember the slaves? They didn't want to live. They didn't want to go. What? Your life been, well, I'm used to it. I've been it for so long. Excuse me, I got you much better. You don't really want this here all your life. Come on, I give you so much more life. I can give you me, all of me. Me. In the heart, right? Solar plexus, purgatory, Mercury, quicksand, the middle part of the yin and yang, black hell, purgatory, center, white heaven, steps inside of that. Remember, steps, you climbing out of hell. What are the 7? Deadly sins, they're in there. Do you rid yourself of all of them once you get into purgatory? No. You still got one foot in hell and one in heaven. You're in between. You straddle the fence. You can stay straddling that fence for a long time and not even know it. Hello. When are you going to get off that purgatory fence, huh? Oh, honey, Google purgatory. They have resorts on your planet. Now, why do they have purgatory resorts? And the people don't even look like they're real. Probably not. Most of the time, they're not. You see? Why don't you just go in there and do your research? Because let me tell you something. Until you find how to research and to know that it's going to take that for you to move from this place to that, you will not move. You can't find it. It is not possible unless someone like me or whoever bring it and give it to you. And there's going to come a time where I'm going to need it for myself. I don't have time to give it to you. Remember the virgins, huh? Yeah, okay. You got to open up that. See? It's giving you just a pea. That's all it's giving you. A pea. It's all you got. This thing here changes. Yeah, like a clock ticking, winding around. And you have to go with it. And it's not in the 12 cycle all the time. Unless you get in there, you got to speed it up. Yeah, okay. 24 they gave you, huh? Really? Oh, were they teasing you? Of course they were. Wow, the little bitty angels that they were. And maybe they still are. Well, they're devil angels. That's what they are now. Yep. And they'll eat you alive if they keep you. You better not let them, because they still exist. Oh, fortunate for our heavenly family, they're watching over us and they're keeping us safe. Namaste for them, because those are all angels on this planet, and they've just been hiding forever. Now it's the time of awakening for everyone to wake. So does that mean them? Yes, it does. And they're awakening, but they're not going to touch us because we're just the honey. We fuck the kids, remember? Yeah, have you watched any of the giant movies lately? Go watch some, because it's about you, showing you how things are, showing you the real reality. They're putting it right in front of you every day, but you do not see it. Why? Because you got your blinders on. Let me look right here. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. So, I have so many more things I want to share with you, and I guess we'll see how it works after I do some more working out. Did you enjoy that? I hope you did. I don't know whether to let you go now. I think I will, unless you want to work out some more with me, because I do enjoy that part. And then once I cool down, it's kind of hard for me to get back. But I think I want to get out of my jammies because I've been in them doing research and all day, and then somebody said, you better get up off that bed because you're going to get the muscle, or something. And I'm like, yeah. That is so true, and here we go, the going down the road where we don't want to do repeated cycles. So you want to keep going when you start something. Do not stop. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. Somewhere down there you're going to get to where you got to go, and that's up that ladder of success, whichever way you want to climb it. Climbing up the ladder is getting back to the wholeness of all things, to the me, to the me, to the me. And as you're going along that providing way that you're going, there is going to be ways of life that's going to have to, be bent and turned and moved out of the way, and all those things along the way. And that's how it works. And so we have to get used to it and just keep rolling and keep allowing it to come, so that it can not only take away that does not serve you anymore, or that has no room to fit into the hole, and then we begin to release it, and then just allow that other part of it to come through and just wash it clean, where it can take off the fat, trimming it, and then you get a little more skinny, and the more skinny you're able to get through that hole, So remember that hole on the needle, love and integrity. So I'm gonna let you go, and I'm gonna do some more workouts, and do a like for me, share, and subscribe, please. That makes my movies, that would be what I'm looking for, to go, all around to other that needs to hear it, because I am not alone. I have many more such as me, that what we are and who we are, and that is what we're here for, okay? Not just for our own experience, but for the help along the way in your experience as so. And so as we have our little guides back behind us up there, all around us, wherever they at, and do we have to keep our little stuff going just like you do, but all in different, timelines and different places. So what I'm here for, to give you a wake-up call. Simple as that. And it's time to wake up. The bell is ringing, So, and do not forget my African orphanages that I'm supporting in Africa, the 3 African orphanages. I have a donation sign down on my bottom of my channel that you can donate to the African orphanage that I'm kind of, the 3 African orphanages, what they are, that I'm kind of looking after. And they need food and different things. They run out of food a lot over there because they don't have assistance like they do over here. And they can't even go to the doctor unless they have money to pay for something that, pay on it. They say it's just not good, And I don't want to just stop here. I want to go further and do what I can do for every person or every country or every way that is not in balance, where you may be and they're not. You know what I'm saying? Because why are we all off balance? Consider balance is very important. If you don't have balance, you don't have nothing. Your life is all like a washing machine. Okay? All right, namaste.